Hi, my name is Surette, and this video is going to be all about eggs. So if you've been doing my Starting Solids course, where I teach you how to start your baby on solids, then you will remember that I've been encouraging you to feed your baby eggs from quite an early stage once you've started solids. So the reason for that is because eggs are one of the most nourishing foods and also very easy to digest. And did you know that some studies compare egg yolks, the yellow part of the egg, with breast milk? I'm not saying you're going to replace your breast milk with egg yolks. I'm simply saying that the studies are comparing the nutrient density in the two substances. So egg yolks are really a good part of food, or a good food that you want to feed your babies, but we don't want to always throw away the egg whites. So what is the big fuss about eggs, and why do we so badly want to introduce eggs in the diet? So egg yolks, the yellow part, provide you with the most essential amino acids, which is one of those are choline, which is an amino acid needed for liver to function. Very important. Then the egg yolks also provide you with vitamins B1, B2, B6, B12, vitamin A, vitamin D, and also biotin. So just scroll back a bit. Vitamin B12 is vital for normal development of your nervous system. And then also vitamin B12 is vital for immunity. So if you get the egg yolk, which has all these vitamins in, then I almost want to say there's no need for a multivitamin, but that of course is up to you. The egg yolk also contains essential fatty acids, zinc, magnesium, and nutrients that is essential for healing. So if you are on a healing protocol, say for instance you want to heal eczema, then eggs are a great addition to the diet, providing that the baby is not allergic to eggs. Something else to keep in mind is that egg yolks can be almost 100% absorbed in the body without needing digestion. That's probably also why they're comparing it with breast milk. So please remember, I'm speaking about eggs and how to introduce eggs to your baby. But you as the mom, the primary caregiver, is always the one who's going to have to follow your gut, teach yourself, equip yourself with knowledge, and then also test the knowledge. So before you start with anything, any food group, and especially with eggs, there's two things to keep in mind. Firstly, we're going to do the sensitivity test. And then secondly, we have to make sure that there's no egg allergy before you feed your baby eggs abundantly. So how do we do the sensitivity test? You take the egg in the form that you would like to give it. So let's say you're going to start with a runny egg. Then you take the runny yellow part of the egg and you put it on the inside of the baby's wrist and see if there's any reactions on the body. Then you have to do at a later stage the same with the white part, the egg white. So separate the two so that if there's a sensitivity or an allergy, then we know if it was the yellow part or the white part that caused the allergy or the sensitivity. So what to look for with the sensitivity test: if you place the food group or the food on the inside of the wrist and there is a skin reaction, then you know there's also a sensitivity. If you see a sensitivity, remove the egg, wait a day or two or even a week, depending on the severity of the skin reaction, and then you try it again to see what happens. If there was no reaction, then you try it for a second time, but you leave it on the wrist overnight to see what happens overnight. Don't do the sensitivity test for the first time overnight, because if there's a reaction, you want to be able to see it immediately. So let's quickly look at the reactive part. If there was a reaction, or if you know there's an egg allergy, then let's break it up into two parts. Either there could be an allergy to the egg whites or an allergy to the egg yolks, which is the yellow part. So the whites are usually the part of the eggs which the majority of sufferers in terms of allergies react to. That is because the white contains very complex proteins and antigens. egg yolks, the yellow part, have single amino acids, which virtually almost need no digestion. So that is why people with an egg allergy can often tolerate the egg yolks, but not the egg whites. That is why I want you to do the sensitivity with the egg separated. Do the sensitivity test with the egg yolks and also with the egg whites and see what happens. Also very important to note that if there is a true allergy to eggs, avoid eggs. If you've tried it, you see there's a sensitivity, then perhaps you could go on doing some tests. If you discover your child has a true allergy, not just a sensitivity, then you avoid eggs altogether. So let's quickly speak about how you're going to feed eggs to your baby. We can start in two ways, either with raw egg yolks, or we could go with cooked eggs. In this scenario, I'm going to speak about the egg yolks, the yellow part first, simply because less babies have an allergic reaction to the yellow part, but the same that I'm going to say now applies for the egg whites as well. So the main fear of raw egg yolks come from this concern of salmonella. So if you do want to feed your baby raw egg yolks, then please make sure that you buy your eggs from a trusted source. You have to know that it's a good quality egg, hopefully free range from pasture-fed chickens. So you have to do some research and be confident in the quality of the egg if you choose to feed raw egg yolks. If you don't have access to great quality chickens or great quality eggs, then please make sure that you cook the eggs before you feed it to the baby. If you choose to feed your baby cooked eggs, then once you've done the sensitivity test and you see there has been no sensitivity towards the white part or the yellow part, then scrambled eggs are great for babies. They will play with the texture. It's a bit easier for them to eat, and you can make it a bit runny if you feel comfortable with that. If you're comfortable to feed your baby raw eggs, then you can easily add the egg yolk, the yellow part, to the smoothies. Scroll back one video to look at my probiotic smoothie recipe, and in that smoothie, you could add a raw egg yolk. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you want to learn more or you need some guidance to start your baby on solids, then please visit my website www.suretalive.com.